Lara, satisfied and calm. Good. I knew you'd see reason. Meet me again tomorrow night, and bring the money. One night, after another secret rendezvous with Lara, Kunle returned home to find Eni waiting for him in the living room. Kunle, we need to talk, she said, her voice calm, but there was something in her eyes that made his heart skip a beat. About what? He asked, trying to keep his voice steady. Eni's gaze was steady, unblinking. Lara came to see me today. Kunle's blood ran cold. What? What did she say? It's nothing, my love, he said, his voice shaky. I'm just trying to help her with some old legal issues. Eni stared at him, her eyes searching his face. She could feel the distance between them growing. Tunde sat in his office, staring blankly at his phone. The weight of Lara's demands had worn him down, but the worst was yet to come. His phone buzzed, with an unknown number, long time Tunde. The voice on the other end was cold, familiar, an old friend, Femi. Tunde's throat tightened. Femi. What do you want? Femi's laugh was hollow. Lara said you've been neglecting some promises. Tunde's heart dropped. This isn't your business, Femi. What do you want? Money. Influence. The usual, Femi said casually, meet me tonight, and he dropped the call. That evening, as Tunde returned home, Eni was waiting, her eyes sharp, her brow furrowed. Tunde, you've been acting strange lately, Eni said, what's going on? Tunde tried to smile, but it felt forced. It's nothing, love. Just work stress. Work stress, she asked, it doesn't explain the late nights, the phone calls, and now you barely talk to me. Her eyes narrowed, you've been distant ever since Lara showed up. Tunde's stomach churned. He forced himself to remain calm. Lara has nothing to do with this. Eni took a step closer, her eyes searching his face. I don't believe you, Tunde. Eni's lips pressed into a thin line. Tunde, I'm not a fool. You're hiding something from me. Eni's lips pressed into a thin line. Tunde, I'm not a fool. You're hiding something from me. Late that night, after Eni had gone to bed, Tunde slipped out of the house. He drove to a secluded bar where Femi had told him to meet. Femi was waiting at a corner table, his smile twisted and smug. Tunde, good to see you. Tunde sat down, glaring at him. What's your game, Femi? Femi leaned back, no game. Just business. You help me, and I keep your little secret safe. How much do you want? Tunde asked, his voice tight. Femi chuckled. Enough to make it worth my while. And Lara's, of course. Fine, Tunde said through gritted teeth. But this ends here. Fine, Tunde said through gritted teeth. But this ends here. Fine, Tunde said through gritted teeth. But this ends here. Eni suspected something was wrong for weeks, but the moment she saw the positive pregnancy test, she felt a surge of hope. She smiled softly, her hand resting on her stomach. Maybe this will bring us closer again, she whispered to herself. But that hope was shattered when, later that evening, she was grabbed from behind while leaving the market. Tunde's phone rang, the unknown number sending a chill down his spine. He knew it was Lara. Tunde's heart raced. Lara, this is insane. Let her go. Where is she? Lara laughed darkly. Not until you give me the money, you'll find out soon enough. But don't try anything foolish. Meanwhile, Eni was tied to a chair in a dark, cold room. She could hear faint footsteps, her mind racing as she fought to stay calm. Her hands shook as she whispered, please, someone find me. Hours passed before the door creaked open, and Lara stepped in, her face twisted with satisfaction. You're going to help me make Tunde pay, Lara said, circling her. He owes me, and now, so do you. The next day, Eni's father, a powerful man with deep connections, was called in. We won't negotiate with kidnappers, he said, his voice firm. But we will find my daughter. His team tracked Lara down, pinpointing her hideout. By nightfall, they stormed the place, guns drawn. Lara was dragged out in handcuffs, screaming, "This isn't over, Tunde. You'll pay for everything." Femi was next, his face blank as they led him to the police car. Tunde rushed to Eni, his hands trembling. "Are you okay?" "I'm so sorry." Eni, weak but determined, looked him in the eyes. "Tunde, what have you done?"